Since 2006, the pioneer in pro wrestling podcasting.
This show is brought to you by IndyWrestling.us and IndyWrestling.network for your independent wrestling entertainment. Slice on Broadway, supporting Pittsburgh podcasting with the perfect pepperoni pizza.
Just wait, just wait, just wait, just wait, just wait. Wait for the perfect time, then attack. Don't give up what you want, take it back. Wait for the perfect time, then attack. Do what you got to do, make it last. Wait for the
It is the Wrestling Mayhem Show, 887 Tuesdays. We've been talking about professionalized wrestling. I'm Mike Sorg at Sorgatron on all your social medias here in the Sorgatron Media Studios in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. And we are back. Had a little bit of a detour to San Diego, and I just realized I never got to Lucha Libre Taco, but we passed it, so Katie knows this exists. But I have with me, first of all, from Hopewell Junction, New York, with a new stylish painting in his background, if you're on video, Mad Mike.
Hi, Sorg.
Hi.
Hi.
Oh, I need to get sounders for this show because we started using for Awesome Cast. We might have to hit up our friend Kid Mental and make some for this show now.
I'm scared. I don't know what that is.
Oh, don't listen to the
I'm
first
gonna Google up that term sounders. I'm sure there's
listen to the
nothing
first
weird.
Listen to the first 5 minutes of Awesome Cast, and you'll see what I'm talking about, and you'll be jealous. That other voice is the Riz, who is fighting power outages in his region tonight. You got like this rolling shutter thing going on tonight
weird.
too. I don't know what's happening. So I don't know if it's a light thing or something going on. But anyway, so if he blinks out,
It's probably just I think it's the camera that's being weird.
so if Riz does a Thanos blip in the middle of the show, that's what's happening there. So be aware of that if we do lose a Riz. So we are. Oh my God, where are we going to start this week, guys? We have so much stuff to talk about. We have the AEW Full Gear. I definitely want to get into. We're going to preview Survivor Series. We have some Thanksgiving festivities. I did a list somewhere in Slack that I already lost. But I guess we should talk about. Should we talk about AEW of this past week, or should we look ahead to Thanksgiving Survivor Series? What's your vibe, Riz?
I mean, I kind of want to talk about AEW.
Oh, top of the show, we're going to talk about AEW.
Let's talk about it.
Okay, all right, let's do it.
Talk about it.
Let's do it. First, Mike, did you see the whole pay-per-view by chance? I know you got a very busy schedule right now.
I have a newborn. I did not get a chance.
I was gonna say, and I don't think this is the wrestling you wanted to expose your newborn to this early. This is not kid friendly.
Boy, I've seen bits and pieces, and I've seen drinking. I saw the body and blood of our Lord Adam Page.
Yeah. Yeah, there you go. The animated, the cartoons of it are pretty fantastic. I can tell you, and I know it doesn't, and I know like on the surface it doesn't look like it so much, Mike. But Mike, I know you were a fan of the Hell of War match from Lucha Underground.
It sounds similar.
It was it was similar. It was probably like hey, we're gonna give these fans, this is how crazy you can get with wrestling. And they did, and this one was live, so I think it got a little bit crazier, right? I can say, and Riz, tell me if you're on the same boat with this. Like, yeah, let's be honest, that was a fucked up match.
It was fucked up.
And listen, you're talking to a guy who has produced XPW and Circle 6 matches that were including one where Matt Justice just looked like he was about to bleed to death backstage.
You filmed someone getting hit by a car.
That's true.
Technically, I was not present for that, but I was part of the orchestration of that.
But you were
yes.
part of the production team.
I'm part of the production team, but I was somewhere else doing something when that happened. I was really mad that I actually missed that one. But yeah, it's in all of our promos. Pro wrestling and car accidents. Did it play? It wasn't. Yeah, it was.
I think it was one of the ones before.
Yeah, I think it's in the loop before the live stream. If you join us over there. But anyways, I need to bring the chat room up because I'm sure they have some comments about this. I know we've been talking about it in the Wrestling Mayhem Show Facebook chat. If you're part of the Facebook group, there's a chat that's been like there's been a lot of conversation about this match and some other things are going on. I still have that donate button stuck to this thing. I swear I've turned it off. Anyways,
Hey, we love donut buttons.
we can continue to donate the extra life. That's fine. Is anyone thirsty for some blood in the chat room? Says the partner. Geez, I saw PW Insider and Cornette review it. Yikes, says Tina from Seattle. Holy crap.
I think my favorite meme from the weekend was the shot of Swerve with the piece of paper stapled into his arm, and it said, "This is how your email found me."
Yeah. I hope this email finds you well. This is how the email found me. Yes.
Yep, yeah, that's good.
I mean, this was meme work like crazy in this, right? I mean, it was fantastic for that. It got people's attention. I think that's part of the mission of a pay-per-view with AEW right now, right? I do feel bad for the two matches that followed it. I do feel bad for the matches that followed it. There were two matches that followed it: the MJF and the Jericho Omega Bucks, and they were fantastic matches. But I feel really bad for them. I can tell you what happened. Like it's still
there's a reason Hell of War was its own show.
Exactly, right, exactly. So that's just where this is at, and things go places. Listen, I don't think it was planned for Adam Page. I don't think that was part of the match structure for him to get under a bleeding Swerve and drink his blood. By the way, side note, shout outs to KC War, who yells out, "I'm going to drink his blood" before his entrance every week on Thursday Night Fights, right in front of the production desk.
Once that happened, I did tweet or X or whatever the fuck it's called him and go, "Are you watching this shit right now?"
I think I retweeted something from the show and said, "Somebody check on KC War." So we do need to get a response from him on that. I need to tackle him Wednesday night about that.
I can give you a response. I think he responded to me.
Okay.
Continue though.
Yeah, no. What is this? Oh, you're finding it. Okay.
I'm pulling it up now.
But again, for somebody had a good. I think about halfway through the match, I saw a comment of, and I don't know if this is after the match. It was like, "This is a really good blow off match for a home invasion angle, right?"
Yeah.
Because didn't we like this is like. We had a home invasion in the past, okay? Remember, wasn't it like Randy Orton and Triple H this happened? And I think
Triple H,
and Orton was doing strange things with his wife, and we still went to WrestleMania and started with a lockup. And that's one of the things I know some vets have talked about. Like, if you have a blood feud, why are you starting with a lockup?
Hey, I thought that match started with an RKO.
Did it? Did it really?
Yeah, that match started with an RKO.
Either way, it didn't feel like a match that involved a home invasion angle. You know what I mean?
No, because it wasn't no DQ.
Sure. Which is another problem, right? That goes into that. Like, you have violated my life.
I mean, there's been a lot of home invasions. Tia mentions we've had Seth and Edge, Bray Wyatt dropped some puppets into the Miz and Mrs. set.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
There's been a lot.
Yeah,
we had Brian Pillman pull out a gun.
Yeah.
And ultimately scar his child to where he wants nothing to do with the Brian Pillman name now.
Oh, yeah.
That's a whole angle in itself, isn't it? So,
I'm waiting for that turn. That's the heel turn.
That's the heel turn. I think he's kind of a heel already, isn't he?
No, I know, but like the real heel,
the real
where he just
turn.
has like deep-seated atrocities in his brain.
That seems right.
No, like if he ever makes it to the main roster, and he's there on March 16th, and Stone Cold shows up, and he just gets flashbacks, and he just eats Stone Cold within an inch of his life. It's gonna be great.
I love this. When they pulled out the table, I think all of us were thinking this. Most of us were thinking this. They're like pulling out the table. I was like, this table's about to be on fire, isn't it?
It's either going to be on fire.
Maybe there's a point where they're just
on it, or it's going to have barbed wire wrapped around.
Were there even tacks? No, it was broken glass. That's right.
It was broken real glass.
Broken real glass. We have to
Cry me a river.
Cry me a river. I wish it said "Cry me a river" on the bag. Oh my God! It was just like, wait, we're doing what? We're doing what?
Jesse, I know you're watching. T-shirt idea: a bag of glass that says "Cry me a river."
Mm-hmm. There you go. Damn it! I need to get into this T-shirt business. Anyways,
there were things I can look past the goriest match I've ever watched. And I know, like you said, you've filmed car wrecks and running over people and XPW and all that stuff, but I can get over that because the things before that match was really damn good.
Really damn good. Really messed up. Swerve is a guy who has kidnapped and tortured somebody, has beaten to a bloody pulp in their own home training gym. God, what else has he done? Swerve is like.
He swerves when he drives, Sword. That's very.
And he swerves when he drives. Swerve is literally dangerous, okay? Swerve is an action verb, okay? Not just his name. Swerve is the get the fuck out of his way. He's going to fuck up your life kind of deal.
And then you're going to laugh because Prince Nana is dancing.
And then Prince Nana is dancing. Prince Nana, just like Mayhem. Prince Nana is the dog in the burning building, except the building is splattered with blood and he's dancing. Okay. I
really wanted at the end of the match just to see Nana laying there through the table, just going like this.
I think he did a little bit.
I just want to see that. I don't think he did. Like I think they just pulled him up.
Jeez, I love the tweets. Like, Nana is the most unserious person in wrestling.
Oh,
and again, I will say this just by itself because Tina reminded us. Hangman stapling his son's finger painting to Swerve. Fuck.
All right. Sorry to question about the finger painting.
Yes.
No.
Yeah.
Are we gonna rate this finger painting at this point?
No, I'm just. I don't mean to question an artist.
Okay.
But I'm pretty sure Hangman's kid is almost as young as mine.
Mm-hmm.
I question whether that kid did the art. That's all I'm saying.
I mean,
That's all I'm saying.
This is the big question from this match. Is the finger painting legit?
I mean, to be honest, it was.
Sorry, I'm not saying it's the big question. I'm saying it's a big question.
I think only one of his. Oh, they have one child. Yeah, and that's definitely was in a crib.
They only have one
Because
child. That's
yes,
what I'm saying.
the kid
That's what I'm
was.
saying.
Wait.
I feel like to bring it to Nick Fury for a second. I feel like it's him putting blood on the Captain American cards and smearing them out. Like Coulson didn't have those on him.
So Adam Page, the kid was born in 2021, is toddler age, which I believe is fingerprinting age.
All right,
So
I rescind
could
my-
still
my
be in the
argument.
crib. So I think that's
time is a flat circle, and I don't know what day it is.
yes.
So, yeah. Okay, I rescind my.
Or they may have
my,
just used the crib because that was more visually interesting. I could imagine that being a creative choice.
No, you can use like a race car bed or something like that. You know, just spice it up a little bit.
I think that was the disconnect for me, where they still had like the formal crib and not like a toddler bed.
Right, because you
or
were
something like
right.
that. Yeah. But I think that was the
How
disconnect.
long do you think your kid's going to be in the crib? I don't know what the range on
I
this
don't know
is, to be
what
quite
they're-
honest.
yeah.
I feel like you could be
You have
like, listen,
two people who are not.
I'm just saying.
fathers
I
here.
would assume Hangman would have splurged on the convertible.
splurge on the convertible. Okay,
Yeah.
I got
Yeah,
you.
because you can convert a crib into a toddler.
A
bed
horse
and
bed.
that stuff.
How about a horse bed?
Sure.
So there's more things.
Probably wouldn't be very comfortable. It'd probably give the kid saddle sores, but
So
a lot of cleanup after that too.
oh yeah. We kept looking because there was already blood from some of the early matches. Because I don't think on purpose.
wait, there
Okay,
was
that-
blood and AEW show?
Yeah.
Oh boy, was there? Well, there was a Moxley match before that, so you know.
There was a Mox
yeah.
match. it was-
I mean, it was a good fucking show. Like I've been really happy with AEW shows. They
Like-
haven't felt duds of me. I heard people
Mhm.
kind of panning the main event. I love the story of it. I love the stuff they did. Like we were all sitting there saying, "Oh, they're going to do this. Oh, they're going to do this. Oh no, they're fucking doing this." Okay. You know, they had, for those that don't know, of course, they had the tag match with the Guns. Joe pitched in for the MJF thing. MJF got assaulted with a chair, got sent to the hospital. Adam Cole, and I love Britt Baker's tweet. Wait a minute. 20 people are holding back MJF that just drove himself back from the hospital, but Adam Cole on crutches is allowed to go and potentially do this match by himself without issue. What are we doing here? That's
not the Britt Baker tweet. I thought you were.
There's a couple of them. Oh, the part was like
I'm going to bring up my favorite.
The part where the part about the dishes.
Yes. That was my favorite, personally.
Well, there you go. And also, point of order. Tina Keys says that
Britt Baker said, "This is crazy because this man told me the reason he's not loading the dishwasher is because he can't stand for very long. What we are witnessing is miraculous."
There you go. Tina, okay, if we need more child education here and tips for you there, Mike. Junior had a crib for a fall safety reason still about 3, and I'm sure he's glad that we shared this in the public on the internet. So
he's old. Junior's old enough. That's fine.
There was a chair tweet too. Yes. Yep. Anyways.
Yeah, and they made Adam Cole stand during the scrum, which I did.
Oh, did they? That's a dick move.
He stood. I didn't like that. I wasn't a fan.
Any
of that.
good stuff from the scrum? I didn't see terribly much. I saw MJF crying.
MJF was crying and eating pickles at the same time, which I mean, honestly, same.
Yeah, I was kind of crying and eating pickles afterwards. Metaphorically,
Saturday
myself.
night fair here in my house.
Yeah. Honestly, if because I know after like a half marathon, after I'm done, after I finished, I was like dying and I was ready to burst into tears. So I get it. I'm not a pickle guy, so I totally don't get pickles.
Not a pickle guy. Riz, not a pickle guy.
No.
If you're trying to give Riz a pickle of the month club subscription for Christmas, back the fuck off.
Right now.
What's that?
Return it. Return the pickle of the month club for you, Riz.
There you go. There you go. Leave the pickles
I did think
alone.
it was funny. MJF gave away the rest of the pickles, and all the reporters at the scrum jumped at the chance to get those pickles like it was manna from heaven. And
did they share the pickles, or is some jackass hoarding them for eBay?
There was almost a fight for all the pickles.
Really? Oh, there you go.
Yeah,
Matt Carlin, I want your read on this. Where are you at right now? I need a pickle report, okay?
By the way, Sorg, the first thing I do when I re-up my Patreon for Mayhem Mania next year is I'm going to find Matt Carlin's talking about the wrestling media, because I didn't get to hear that. I'm desperate to hear that.
Wait, who was this?
Matt Carlin's when he talked about the wrestling media.
Oh yeah. Did you not hear that yet?
No.
Did I? Then I shared it in the Slack,
Matt
didn't I?
Carlin's and I have not.
You've not connected on that. No. There's
you guys had a busy week this week.
Yeah. Fantasy football.
He hasn't returned any of your texts.
Oh no. Is he okay? Do we need to check on him? He hasn't returned any of my texts either, and I'm trying to give him some work.
That's because Mike's first in fantasy football right now.
Yeah, you did that over
here we go.
over him. So
All right. So
I'm not saying anything because you have me, and I'm not really that. It's not looking good.
It's fine. It's fine.
Riz, what else sticks out from the pay-per-view this weekend?
Tony Storm is awesome.
Tony Storm is amazing.
Oh
my God.
Oh
my God.
Love it so much. Everything about Tony Storm.
I like Tony Storm's character. I like that she's using Luther as somebody that's not Luther.
I love that Luther's a butler. Like, Deathmatch Luther is a butler right now. Fantastic. And probably making more money than he ever has in his career. Fantastic. Good for him.
The only thing I wish is that he still has like the bullseye on his head as he's the butler.
And that's why you don't recognize
him. Just wait. He's going to have to save Tony Storm from like an assassination attempt.
Yeah.
Assassination attempt.
Or she is timeless.
Yes, yeah, that is. Oh my God! You know what? At this point, I would not be surprised if you go there. That's
especially
fantastic.
She's the champion now.
By the way,
I hope and I don't know if this is possible, but if we can get MJF a Burberry belt, can we get Tony Storm a black and white championship?
That'd be amazing. Maybe. Maybe we throw it back like it's an old like NWA Women's Champion thing with the picture in the middle kind of thing.
Oh, wow.
Let's class this thing up, right?
Or
do it.
I did hear like a fan theory of having it turned into a trophy, like an Oscar, as well.
I like that. I like that.
By
the way, speaking of the women's title, and I by the way, the whole idea of Sheeta being a transitional champion, I think is bullshit. I think she was given a good
she was
couple months
destined
there.
3 months.
Or
She was destined 3 titles.
Yeah.
She deserves it.
Yeah, absolutely.
but she was a transition.
But it was also a make good for having been a.
It was a make good, but
yeah.
was it? She wasn't getting like I don't know.
But we needed somebody to push along this Toni Storm thing, and she's the perfect person. She's a credible
Paige can't
champion.
wrestle.
What's that?
And Paige can't wrestle.
No.
Well, okay.
No.
Mike? Did you see? Wait,
She
like legit,
really
like she's not okay, or she's not okay.
No, like you've seen her matches.
Okay.
She's not. She has to be in matches with other people at this point.
Okay.
Like she's not fit to carry a full storyline in ring by herself.
Okay. I
Like the best, and I agree with Mad Mike here. The best thing that happened to Toni Storm was to get away from
From the Outcast.
that storyline.
yes.
Yep.
Yes.
There's just cut loose.
It wasn't doing her any favors at all.
Yeah.
No.
Not saying, and honestly, not saying that as an offense to Ruby, because honestly, Ruby Soho versus Toni Storm will be an awesome match if that ever happens.
Make it happen. So I gotta say, speaking of the women's wrestling, the now former TBS champion,
Yes.
rocking the dodgeball Ben Stiller outfit this week.
And she did the entrance too.
Yes.
Like I caught the entrance, and
Alright.
nobody in that group saw that. but
It's
me.
been so long since I've watched dodgeball, sir.
So I have a question. Why did she dress as the heels?
I don't know. Well, she's also did Blue Steel before, so she's on a Ben Stiller kick.
Okay, so she's a Stiller kick.
Yeah, she's on a Ben Stiller kick.
Okay,
for
that's
this.
fair.
Yeah.
I understand that. Then.
Yeah. So yeah, it's not.
I hope she gets her rematch
Mm-hmm.
and she does the character from Heavyweights.
Yes, I was gonna say, she's going through the discography of.
She's going
Ben
down.
Stiller.
Either that,
She's going down her
either that,
DVD collection.
or she's going to get angry and become Mrs. Furious. I'd be okay with that as well.
Okay. All right.
That is a Mystery Men reference.
Mhm.
Anything else, Riz, that really kind of stuck out that didn't involve tons of blood? Buckets of blood.
Well-
Sorry, ICP moment.
I was going to say, I was really, really surprised that the Orange Cassidy Mox match didn't end in a champion change,
Okay.
because I was almost certain before the match even happened that this was going to be the way that Moxley was going to get the belt back.
No, because he needs to take his vacation.
Or he's not taking a vacation.
I want him to take a vacation.
You know he's going to be in that Continental Congress thing, whatever it is.
Continental Congress.
Continental Congress.
Can we just call it something different every time?
The Continental Triple Crown.
Oh, yeah.
NJWP.
By the way.
AAA.
Wait.
Hey, you know what? For somebody who is mad about how many belts there are, don't you like a consolidation of these belts?
It's not a consolidation.
It's not
They're
a
going to have 3
consolidation.
belts.
It's not a consolidation. That person's going to have 3 championships.
Yeah. And
From 3
defend
different companies.
on all 3 companies,
From
apparently.
3 different companies.
I don't know
shit.
how that works with New Japan. That's a really tight
doesn't.
relationship
It
to
doesn't
even
work.
try to do it. I'm really curious. Like,
Doesn't.
it's something
Oh,
different, though, right?
they're
It's
gonna give
something
Mox this.
different.
No, Sorg, it's nothing different. It's another tournament in AEW.
But what happens after the tournament?
Sorg, do you know how many tournaments have been in
When there's
AEW?
rules, Mike, there's going to be no outside interference. Nobody at ringside.
Sorg.
The man said so. The man himself said so, and Eddie Kingston said so.
Sorg.
If I can't trust...
every one of those rules will be broken.
Listen, if I can't trust the CEO of a wrestling company, who can I trust? A podcast?
Nobody, Sorg, the last thing this company needs is another championship, and especially another men's championship. That's the last thing they need.
Wow.
And also, like, this is supposed to have, what, 16 men in it? Or 12 men?
12, yes.
How fucking long is this tournament? It's not like the G1 where they're running
it's
shows
it's
like
round
every
robin.
day.
It's round robin too.
No, I know, but what I'm saying is it doesn't have the schedule of the G1, where they get like tight because they have 3 shows every weekend and they're running tournament matches on all of them.
Well, they have 3. They're running. I don't know. Technically, they have 4 shows, including a Ring of Honor, and since it involves that belt as well, I could see that kind of rolling over onto that.
Oh, that's fucking stupid. Then
I got a question.
Well, we also have a tournament for the Ring of Honor TV Championship. Going on.
We sure do, Sorg. They have too many fucking tournaments.
I don't know. I like
Tony Khan, when he doesn't know what to do. When he doesn't know what to do.
Wait, WWE doesn't know what to do. They throw everybody in a 4-way or a tag team turmoil. You know, we were talking on the side about like, there were 30 girls on WWE Raw last night. None of it mattered. You know, like.
Oh, that's a crock of shit.
That's a wild generalization. But
that's a crock of shit.
There's a lot of hey, I'm here
27 women were on Raw last night. That should be celebrated.
Okay.
That should be celebrated. AEW has not put 27 different women on TV in matches on Dynamite this year, I don't think.
Okay.
That's 27 different women on Raw. And all of them in segments that led to matches that involved championships. That should be celebrated, Sorg.
Okay.
That should be celebrated.
Some think quality over quantity, but that is for...
Did you watch Raw, Sorg?
Yes.
Did you?
Yes, and Becky and Xia Li. I was telling Riz before you got on, Xia Li's having a week, right? Yeah. Having a really breakout week.
Main event at NXT, which I kind of wish they did this in a little bit of reverse order. Like she had her title match first and then had her match with Becky. But beggars can't be choosers. But we got The Way coming back. We have a renewed focus on the women's tag team division, which is great. Ivy Nile and Maxine Dupree are an awesome tag team.
Yeah,
Sure.
yeah.
That should all be celebrated. I'm sorry, it should be.
Sure.
It should be. No, and it should be.
Well, you know what else we need to celebrate? Our Patreon supporters at patreon.com/Wrestling Mayhem Show. You get a little bit of extra chatter, including that media conversation that Matt had with us a few weeks ago. You can go check that out in the archives for Patreon users only. As little as $1, you can get all that extra content. Hit us up at patreon.com/Wrestling Mayhem Show. Thank you to our Patreon supporters, and I'm in the wrong show. These are the supporters for the Awesome Cast, who are also fantastic people, but that's not who we're talking about right now. But thank you to our Patreon supporters at the fan of the show level. Bo Diggity! Woo! As well as
out there, it was pretty awesome.
As well as Ed Burke and Team Hammerface at the Poppy Club level. Dave Profpod Partner, spouse of Roosterly Affair at roosterlyaffair.com, and Rats in a Trench Coat, Tony Kincaid. At the Beats Club level, Dak Remedy, The Riz, and Lance Fisher. And at the manager level, Bradley. Thank you, everybody, for supporting us. Patreon.com/Wrestling Mayhem Show. Speaking of...
By the way, Sorg, did you see the Mayhem interaction that Doc Remedy had over the weekend?
Tell me more.
So I follow Doc Remedy on Twitter,
as you should,
because we are buddies. He went to a wedding, and it was DJ'd by King Frown.
I heard about that.
Longtime
I
emailer of the
saw
show.
that.
I
Oh
was
my
gonna
God.
look up an old King Frown email just to see if I could find.
Well, Frown's been popping up at some of the shows too and saying hi. So like he's been around a bit. So yeah, no, that was really cool. That was really really cool. By the way, related, there was a wedding. This is a wedding season apparently. There was a wedding of Mandy Leone and Delirious. Last Tuesday. I thought was an interesting for the pictures at least.
I would
with
love
the
to hear
masks.
those vows.
I know, right? We'll have to ask. Our buddy Facade apparently attended, so we might have to ask how that was. In the month of wrestler weddings, the Beastman wedding, the Palace and Arquette wedding. No, it's been a heck of a time. Oh, that was something I was supposed to do. Anyways, so we did have. Let me get into the right email here so I can pull this up here. We had Listen, we don't have a voicemail number, and I can't get into the website to take it down off of the .com. But I love our industrious friends and fans who will record an audio message and then just email it to us at goodtimes
Good times.
at WrestlingMayhemShow.com. So here is a very familiar voice who we had just mentioned. If I do this right,
Woo! It is your boy, Bo fucking Diggity. I just received an email for the pre-sale for Elimination Chamber in February.
this is from like a week ago.
Which, if you didn't know, is happening at Optus Stadium in Perth, Australia.
Where's that?
Now, if you're not
Australia.
familiar with Australia geography, that's fine. I'll help you here. That's the western side of Australia. That, like, the literal other side of Australia from what most people think of when they think of Australia, like Sydney and Melbourne, right? The time difference is significant. We're talking full-blown Tokyo level time difference here at this point. So you're looking at, the show says it starts at 5:30 local time, which means that is 4:30 in the morning on Saturday, the 24th of February. Local time here in Eastern time, God's time, really. And so you have a bit of a struggle here, because there's a lot of fans, like the people who listen to this fine program, who would be willing to get up for something like Wrestle Kingdom from New Japan, right?
On my
Because,
calendar.
hey, it's their big WrestleMania, and there's amazing matches and talent. It's all incredible. Are you willing to do the same thing for, let's call it, the WWE's like fourth most important show? That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm asking. I know that there's been weird times for like the shows that they've done in the UK and Crown Jewel that they've done in Saudi Arabia, but are you willing to do it at 4:30 in the morning to watch Dominic Mysterio in a cage? That's all I'm saying. I'm now putting Dominic Mysterio in the Elimination Chamber, but you see
He's
what I'm
calling his shot.
He's already in
I'm
a
just
cage.
throwing that out there. Also, if you want to travel to this event from the East Coast of the United States of America, you have to leave on Thursday in order to get there by the start of the show, because flying there means you cross the international date line
That gets
and
sticky.
you go forward in time by 2 days.
I feel like he paused. when
You
I said
actually
something.
leave from DC at 8:05 p.m. on Thursday, and you land at 5:55 a.m. in Auckland, New Zealand on Saturday. Yeah. So you literally skip Friday. Just Friday's gone.
Doesn't
Sorry, Rebecca
exist.
Black, but it's gone. So just keep that in mind. If you're thinking about traveling to an event like this,
Yes.
you have to add literally 2 days to your travel.
Get a travel
in order to
package where they
make this
take care of
work.
that.
This has been Bo F. Diggity. The F is for find it on a map.
Which he
look
just
at maps
did.
more often. You should do that just so you know where things are. Bye.
Cool. I like maps. I really like maps. I'm glad that if you're on video, we pulled up the map of Australia. I didn't realize it was on the west side.
I looked
West
to
side
see-
of Australia.
Because it's not the first time WWE has held a Super Show from Australia.
Sure, but they never broadcast it.
They sure did.
Mhm.
Really?
Super Showdown 2018 was on WWE Network, at 5 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, 2 a.m. Pacific Time.
I remember.
Oh shit!
And do you know why that's one of the greatest pay-per-views of all time?
Because it had Undertaker versus Goldberg.
Nope. First of all, it was Undertaker versus Triple H, but that's not even the reason. The reason is the Iconics got to win in front of their families.
Mm-hmm.
And if you've ever seen the backstage stuff from that, which I highly encourage you look for, it's so goddamn heartwarming.
Oh.
It's the best thing.
Oh, I see. Super Showdown was also the name of a Saudi Arabia show, so that's where I got confused.
Yeah. They migrated the name, which really kind of tainted the quality.
This is the Shield era of. Holy crap!
Sure
and
is.
It was basically. I mean, it was a giant arena, but but it was
that
definitely
one was in Melbourne.
It is definitely so that's on the other, which I think is on the other side.
Yeah, it's
of
closer to
Australia.
Sydney.
Yeah,
It's
so,
closer to Sydney.
very interesting. Good pickup on that. I forgot all about that. What year was this? The Shield is still
2018.
2018. Was it a Shield reunion?
It might have been.
We'll have to go find this. We'll have the MCG
Hold on,
Saturday.
I'll run down the
6th
card.
That
of
was in the
October.
Kurt Angle one. That was in Kurt Angle.
Oh, it was Shield.
It was
It
Shield.
was let's see, you had New Day versus The Bar for the SmackDown tag titles.
Oh,
Jeez.
Becky versus Charlotte. Cena and Lashley beat Kevin Owens and Elias.
Mm.
The Iconics beat Asuka and Naomi.
Mm.
AJ beat Joe by submission. Ronda Rousey and the Bella Twins defeated the Riot Squad. Happy anniversary to them. Buddy Murphy beat Cedric Alexander for the Cruiserweight title. The Shield defeated Braun Strowman. Oh, it was bacon mac and cheese. Braun, Drew, and Drew McIntyre. Daniel Bryan beat The Miz by pinfall, and Triple H beat The Undertaker.
Wow. With Kane with Shawn Michaels. Interesting. I feel like I want to go back and watch that. Probably not. We are leading in the Survivor Series. I think we should talk about that. So thank you, Bo Diggity, for chiming in and giving us a geography/time zone lesson. Basically, on that, Tina responded, 11 p.m. for Wrestle Kingdom is where I draw the line. What? Fuck off. 1:30 a.m. for this Australia show. Apparently,
Actually, that's not bad.
that's not bad. I mean, I think it's like
I'd
3 in the
prefer
morning
1:30
for
to
us, or
fucking
2 in the
5
morning. Something like that. It's ridiculous. I'm just glad it's back to one day. Looks like international PLEs are going to be quarterly. Okay, that makes sense. I mean, again, if they can go other places, I think I talked about this a long time ago, where if they can go to other places that are, I had a feeling, and this is why I really wanted to go to the Pittsburgh pay-per-view here for Payback, because I felt like we weren't going to get too many of these. Because as these shows are shifting to France, just got announced for Payback, right? This Australia show is going to happen in February.
Bash in Berlin.
What?
Bash in Berlin.
Bash in Berlin was announced. Okay, like the more and more the big shows are going to these international markets, we're not going to get quote unquote big shows in like a market like Pittsburgh, I think, as much anymore. We'll get our Raws and SmackDowns for sure. But that equation's changing, and good. Like this is WWE riding that hot streak like crazy and diversifying, and I think it's really smart for them.
TKO is. I think they're getting away from the WWE style of booking where it's any place can be a pay-per-view, anywhere can go. And they're going to these locations like they do with a UFC, where it's like in the UK or in Berlin or in some different part of the world where people will flock to, and people are going to go and just hoard that place for the weekend because that's going to be a tourist attraction. That's going to have more money. That's going to be where it's at. People are going to be crazy there. You don't have to worry about.
Fans are going to be rabid just because they've not gotten stuff like this before. It's going to be all in times 1,000.
Absolutely.
Like
Absolutely. So it's like that's fantastic, and you're even seeing this with the other shows. They're making like you said, the big events of it. The superstores are opening up in towns and selling merch and things like that. It becomes a big event. You know, like it's kind of is like everybody's kind of getting their own at least like scaled WrestleMania event, right? Like the SummerSlam experience up in Detroit was a lot of fun.
This is all a build up for WrestleMania 42 being in London.
It might be, and it may actually
I'm
be.
calling it.
And we're going to have to all go and visit Vim. Right?
I probably will not be able to
go. But yeah, you got things to do. I get it.
You can FaceTime.
We can FaceTime Mike for all we visit Vim in his home.
And then when you guys don't come back from meeting Vim because, well, he's actually Jack the Ripper, and I guess I'll just do the podcast alone.
Well, there you go. So for Survivor Series is this Saturday. We have WarGames happening. I can't say that I mean, it's going to be WarGames. It's going to be fun, but I gotta say, not as.
How are you not excited for that women's WarGames match?
The women's WarGames match is the stronger WarGames
match. WarGames match is gonna be.
It's gonna be nuts.
I can't wait. We didn't get a chance to talk because we didn't have a show last week. I love the new damage control.
Yes. And
that's totally not going to turn on Bailey.
I love that everybody knows Japanese except for Bailey.
Everyone's turning on Bailey. And then, guess what, guys? Bailey will get to be a face again.
Maybe.
What, you think she's going to have like the ponytail, or is she just going to
no
evil Bailey face?
She's
Bailey.
Just going to direct all that energy towards bad guys.
Are you ready?
It's gonna be,
Are you ready?
She's gonna become the female Kevin Owens.
Are you ready?
I cannot fucking wait for that.
Are you ready for the Randy Orton pop in Chicago?
Oh
boy!
Yeah.
Talk about a team of nobody likes each other.
The best, and I'm glad they caught just like a second of it. Was when Cody was saying it was Randy Orton without saying it was Randy Orton. They cut to Jey Uso.
They sure did.
And then they cut away from Jey Uso.
They sure did.
For 1 second. That 1 second is everything that you need to know.
For those of you not keeping track, the last time Randy Orton was on TV was when he lost the tag titles to the Usos and they injured him out.
Yeah, they.
For those of you not,
steel steps.
Not
it is the WarGames team built to explode.
I mean, so they're replacing Drew McIntyre, who hates Jey Uso, with
Randy Orton.
Who also hates Jey Uso.
And Randy Orton, who realistically, we don't know where he stands with everyone else in that group.
Randy Orton's just having
like Randy Orton and Seth Rollins never really gotten along so well.
Nope.
There was a bad breakup between Randy and Cody back in the day.
Sure.
Yep.
Well, yeah, but they seem to have mended fences. But
okay,
like, still, there's a lot of bad blood. And that is again how WWE is trying to recruit Taylor Swift.
Guys, I added a Taylor Swift song to my playlist this week.
Of course, you do.
They were playing it at SeaWorld. Katie was jamming to it. I'm like, this is really good. And I pulled up the Shazam, and I'm like, well, all right. So
now it's on my phone.
Now it's on the phone. Now it's on the phone. Now they know. Now I'm apparently a Swiftie now.
Sorg's a Swiftie.
Sorg Swiftie. Hashtag Sorg Swiftie.
Sorg Twee. Sorg.
What if the one who turns on Bailey is Dakota Kai?
I was gonna say Taylor Swift.
It's Taylor Swift.
Are you ready for the Taylor Swift run-in at Survivor Series?
Guys, Dakota has a history with this. What if Dakota's actually cleared and Bailey's the last one in there and Dakota gives her the big boot and joins as the last member of their team and they boot Bailey out of Damage Control?
Oh,
that's
gonna hurt.
That's
gonna really hurt.
I kind of posted this on. I kind of had a little bit of a rant myself. Yesterday.
Okay.
Face Seth Rollins would be getting his ass kicked by heel Seth Rollins. Because he's putting himself, okay, I'm going to put this out there. He's putting himself in a match where he could be number one. And of course, you know, the heels have the advantage. I'm using air quotes for advantage. It's not really advantage, but it's advantage against a team consisting of an actual group of people who are an actual group, and one of them has a contract to take his title whenever he wants.
Yeah, this isn't dangerous at all.
Well, okay, but Damian Priest would also have to bring a referee into WarGames before the match starts.
He could also wait until he's the last person to enter.
I'm pretty sure that's the ref assigned for that match.
Mm-hmm.
I think you have to have a separate referee.
There's referees outside.
I guess.
It's right. They're right there. They have to open the gate.
He's also. But see, the thing is, he's also going to have a lot of backup.
Yeah.
I don't think cashing in inside WarGames is really the best strategy.
Or after WarGames.
Yeah, it could be after.
I don't think
everybody
after
out.
either.
There's a lot of scenarios where this could work out. And
all I'm saying is Seth put himself in this situation. It's Seth's fault.
Hey, I want to do a really quick research project. I actually did a really quick research project because you were comparing to, because of TKO, that you have, you know, WWE's doing. Also, I think WWE was on a lot of these trajectories before the TKO acquisition.
But I think TKO helped.
And then
probably helped. Probably helped. Yeah. But so I just wanted a couple comparison points because TKO, of course, you know, UFC is the other company. You know, what are they kind of bringing over as far as like what they have there? I was kind of, there's 2 points that I was curious about. First one, I was wondering about attendance, and I was wondering like what's the most attended UFC event comparatively to WWE, and the most attended was Whitaker Adesanya at UFC 243, 57,000, and goes 56 with Rousey versus Holm, down to 55, 45, 30, 23, 22, 21, 21. So like generally like they have 4 events that were over 30,000, and it tails off. Like most events are like still like 210, something like that, right? These aren't like always large arenas, despite they are one of the biggest things and a big money maker on television. So I think that's a very interesting metric there. So I was also wondering about, I was curious about where they go, because you talked about them being very international. I'm seeing Brazil, I'm seeing Poland, I'm seeing China, Australia, Abu Dhabi's in here a few times, Chile, Singapore, and of course MMA is very universal. I don't know how many times we have people from like Dominican Republic and you know, for fights that I've done on my level of doing MMA video production. Australia, Brazil, Melbourne, Australia to be exact. I think that's pertinent here. Canada, if that counts. Denmark, Singapore, I think I mentioned South Korea. So you're right. It does get around a pretty good, but of course a lot of this is in Las Vegas. Also, like you go to the airport and there's a UFC store, okay, for Las Vegas. So that, I mean, I think that's kind of a big thing there. So, no, I just wanted to, and Perth, I just saw Perth, swing by in a recent events. It looks like in the last couple of years. Oh, I'm not going to find it again. But in Paris, France. There you go. Huh. And that is very interesting, isn't it? So, and honestly, I don't know that people are going to stay up. I don't think Peacock's going to get a lot of live numbers off of this. Like, it's not going to break any records. I think a lot of people are going to wake it up with their Cheerios in the morning. You know what I mean? So, like, I think that's the reality of it. And, you know, time shifting is a thing, and that's fine. Not everybody is, you know, everybody's busy on Saturday night, right? You know I watch the next day. I'm going to watch Survivor Series the next day because I'm going to AEW here in town. So, by the way, if anyone wants to come watch Survivor Series with me on Sunday, let me know. But anyways, and that in Top Rope Tabletop's happening. So, Yeah, so I think it's very interesting to look at that situation. Real quick matches, Survivor Series. Miz and Gunther, holy shit, the bullying of Miz. Like, how has Miz ever been this over as a face? Holy shit, and he's doing the big balls motion and getting cheered for it. What the fuck bizarro world are we in? I love it.
That was the classiest. The classiest in-ring segment where everyone wears suit and tie
and get kicked in the balls.
Yes.
Wonderful.
Go ahead, Mike. I didn't mean to cut you off. Oh, he's gone.
Okay. Then we'll fill up. Go ahead.
But yeah, like it's just one of those things where I'm like, the Miz cooked, and then I'm like, okay, Gunther's gonna do like a original heel promo. He's gonna do not original. He's gonna do one of those random heel promos. Blah 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 blah. Foreigner. Blah 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 blah. But he fucking God, like you see why he's where he's at, where they're both at.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and I think during, I want to say the bump, or maybe it was whatever his name is, Van Vliet or whatever, one of the big top interview people are. He mentions that he wants, he's trying to see if if he makes that title, and he is making that title. Like he goes, I don't think the title's making me. I'm making the title, and he is making that. He is morphed into that title.
Sorry, I hit a button.
Oh, you hit a button.
And I forgot this thing's not muted.
And but yeah, like it's making me excited for a face Miz match.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Like it's
pro. Fucking pro. That's what that is.
Yeah.
Also, we have Carlito and Santos Escobar. I'm loving that we're getting heel Santos because I think that's the most interesting thing from him. We've separated our buddy of the show, Shima, Walking Wild. And Zelina's crying all the time. So I think that's been interesting. So we got him and Carlito at Survivor Series.
If you would have told me in 2023 that Edge would still be wrestling, Sting would still be wrestling,
and teaming
together on a different show, and also Carlito
would be in a major match of Survivor Series.
Like
what is this?
I don't get this timeline.
We've been and Adam Page is drinking Swerve's blood over on AEW. And then we got Rhea Ripley and Billy Starks.
What's gonna happen at Survivor Series, right?
What?
Santos is gonna drink Carlito's apple juice.
There you go. Rhea Ripley and Zoe Starks is happening. I completely forgot about that match this week because I don't think we did anything about it last night.
No, they
did a promo. They did a thing where
Zoe and Shayna invaded the you did a tweet about it, or someone did, because there was a Dom action figure. No, there was a Ray action figure holding up a sign that said "I'm a deadbeat dad."
Oh no, I didn't see that actually.
And I didn't see this before, but the Ray figure has a missing leg.
Oh, no.
Because of what Santos mentioned.
Man, they just released the LWO box set, and now they're breaking up. What the fuck?
It sure did.
It always happens.
Oh man,
it always happens.
Well, hopefully this will be good for. I'm hoping this means that Walking Wild and that other guy will kind of break out a little bit more, because it's great that they're connected in storylines with the people they are, but I like to see them kind of stretch out a little bit more, be more than just the lackeys. You know what I mean? Bring back. Maybe they'll both have light up DJ vests coming out he used to.
I think they won't have. I think that won't happen until.
No.
They still need to split up the tag titles. We still need.
I think that's happening. I think that is happening. How they had that.
I hope it's happening soon.
You know how they had that whole big thing with the men's tag division? in that one segment with Nikki Cross in the corner, just staring.
Well, there'll be something where there's a disagreement between the commissioners, and I'm like, screw it, we got our own title now.
No, that was what happened during that promo.
Oh, okay.
Like they were talking about how next week there's going to be a tag team turmoil thingy, and then Pierce wanted to call Aldis, and Aldis was already there for some reason, and that was
you rang.
Yeah, that was rumored to be like a connection of, hey, we need one belt. We need two belts. We need these belts split. So I think that's what's happening.
Could be interesting. We'll see what happens there. Well, guys, hey, I want to take a quick break, and then we're going to do some Thanksgiving stuff. Hand turkeys are on.
Shit.
Hand turkeys. Get your markers. If you're in the audience, I want you to do your best hand turkey and send us a picture of it, okay? We're going to come back after this message, but first of all, you're going to hear a little bit from our buddy Keith Thought, the Bearcat, about what's coming up on Top Rope Tabletop, streaming this Sunday on IndyWrestling.network.
Hello, everyone. Dungeon Master Bearcat Keith Thought here, and previously on Top Rope Tabletop, Dahlia the Fortune Teller revealed herself to be an avatar of Maestra, the goddess of magic. She told the party that this realm is in a state of dread, locked by the mists, caused by the atrocities of the Shadow Lord, the fusion of Silverhand and a dangerous mind flayer. Asheen found out about its parents and their fates. Drew found out about her sister being kidnapped. Primus, Babe, Kristen, they all know everything now. Currently, Dahlia is passed out and needs help. The city, the port city of Moran, is in charge of a dangerous official that knows Drew probably wants her dead. The waters, a dangerous beast. Hold the water crystal. Death is always on the table. What'll happen? Find out next time. Top Row Tabletop. This Sunday, November 26th. Special start time, 11 a.m. I'll see you there.
Approaching the ring, the defending
tag team champions, the runway bit.
the partner of her choosing.
It's done it all. I mean, God, look, they seem to be winning. Oh, no! Biting the Keystone. Up she goes and down. Made Beastman tag her now to start that off, Tony. And oh my goodness, that tag where they would hit one power move. But oh, big forearm. They're trying to come back here. Oh, are we gonna see a bulldog? No, bulldog and a clothesline. Big clothesline, that clothesline, and oh, this one-handed power slam. We're going for it and throws it in the face of Klein. Oh, kick to the midsection, stunner, has him up and Husk Driver. Your new RWA Tag Team Champions. They could all have a shot at this. faced off against each other for so many times. And look at the speed in the Chili now. Oh my goodness. Ropes. Picks him up and backbreaker. Smart. Falling elbow. This cavity of McChesney. He's actually starting to tease the big league fan. Talking about, I'm the man. Wait now. Oh, face first. A little bit too involved here. Big clothesline. Has him over his hand. Oh, big splash. This is a clothesline up and over. What? What? Shooting star press. Oh no, he landed on his feet. Super kick.
And still 2PW Top Prospect Champion.
Mother of God. What a match. I mean, this is a 20-year rivalry. These guys, blood, sweat, tears. Prospect 2PW champion walking away with not one prize, but of course, Julia Lynn also. How
We are back. It is the Wrestling Mayhem show, and we are going to get weird for a minute. So, hold on. I'm seeing if I can get this thing to work the way that it's supposed to here. But we are, you know what? No, what is it? Not Halloween. What is this holiday? Thanksgiving. It's one with Survivor Series. It's one with Survivor Series. Got it. But we are, of course, getting ready to celebrate. And, of course, we're going to talk about what we're thankful for. And I'm going to do something really quick over here. But we're going to make hand turkeys, guys. Make your best hand turkey. It should have been a Patreon, I suppose. And I do have a camera to forgive the look of this camera, because the one that I meant to use apparently needs a subscription or something, and I was not prepared for it apparently. So we got our hand turkeys. We're good to go here. Nope, that's not it. This is it here. All right, we're ready to go. We got our. You guys are working on yours too, right? I don't know why I didn't get a black one. I got purple, orange, pink, and red. I just grabbed the bunch.
Use orange. It's Thanksgiving color sword.
Okay, we're gonna get this. All right, let's go. All right,
I did not have most of my art supplies available, so I grabbed a blue highlighter.
All right, here we go. I probably have not made a hand turkey in like 20 years. Actually, probably longer. Also,
are we just doing hand turkeys, or is that what's happening?
If you want to spruce it up a little bit, this is just an art project. This is going to be great for the audio listeners.
Oh God, my
if you're
hand
like,
is...
what's going on here? I think I needed a bigger piece of paper. So let's see. We got the hand turkey going on here. We got the. What does this have to do with wrestling? I don't know, but I just figured this would be a nice little. Let's see. Like a little...
Well, no, these hand turkeys are going to be representative of which one of our hand turkeys will be the closest to what Mrs. Chess looks like after the match with Gunther.
Yeah. All right, we got a little eyeball there. I don't know, what else do I do here? I guess we kind of color them a little bit, don't we? Get a multicolored thing going on. I'm just doing a quick color situation. Happy little trees, happy little feathers.
Consummate V's, sword.
Happy little
Consummate
feathers.
V's.
What's that?
Consummate V's.
Consummate V's?
Yes, that's a joke for me and me alone.
Oh, okay. Thanks for sharing. Sharing.
It's a strong bad joke for Trogdor.
I remember.
Feet.
See?
And then we're gonna make them a little. Let's see, which one's a little more pointed one here. And then we're gonna make him a little. He's got a little championship belt here going on because he's a wrestle turkey. Okay. WMS belt. Nope, that's a B. Why did I make a B? The little WMS belt. There you go. What you
Consummate V's.
Make a side belt with a house of some sort. So, what was it? The Continental
Continental Congress sword.
International belt had like a picture of like a building in front of it. I'm like, what the fuck is that? There you go.
That is the International House of Pancake.
There you go. Got my hand turkey right here. That's glorious. Look at that. I'm really impressed for such a quickie kind of situation there. Look at that.
Hang on.
There you go. How are you guys doing? Riz is like leaving his chair. He's putting it all into it.
I'm like,
don't use your face.
I'm a left-handy.
He's a lefty.
So,
His turkey.
So am I.
Their turkey is going to be facing off with mine. Actually, probably
Yeah,
not, because
Sorg-
Sky's probably flipping me. So,
All right,
let us know
just
how
about.
your
I
hand
only have
turkeys are
one
doing
color
out there.
available to me.
Same
What's
here.
that? Yeah.
Oh wait, actually, hold on. I have black. Really, highlight the turkey.
So
make
I
it,
have an interesting concept.
Okay.
interesting concept for a turkey.
Mm-hmm. For the video watchers, name that turkey. Oh wait,
Name that
jeez.
turkey? Well, pull it out.
There's
Caution.
Owen Hart. That was Owen Hart.
Yep.
Oh, and heart
Turkey nuggets.
Cookie nuggets.
I did a turkey in the style of the Jey Uso Yeet shirt.
You cut him out?
It's
Wow.
blue.
Look at
Yeah.
Look at you, overachiever
Yeah.
there.
Yeah, it's a hand turkey. You cut out the hand. That's half the fun.
That's not. That's not what we did at my school.
And by the way, my fingers aren't this wide. I was using a highlighter. I didn't want highlighter on my hand,
Oh yeah, I didn't check mine.
so
oh,
I
yeah,
overestimated
definitely
a little bit.
Definitely.
But
got
I'm
a
also
bit there.
going to at some point during the
I'm ble-
yeah.
Oh
yeah,
God, I'm
see,
bleeding.
that's what I
I'm
was trying
bleeding.
to avoid.
Oh, Sorg.
Oh my God, he's John Moxley. He's John Moxley, everyone. That's what I was trying to
John
avoid.
Moxley.
And I think I did a pretty good job actually. But I'm going to make a hand turkey of my little one.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to put it in the center of here, so you can see size discrepancy.
Excellent.
That will be my project over the long weekend.
Excellent. All right, everybody, send in your hand turkeys. I'm trying to get back to the chat.
Wait, hold on. Let's back to something for a second. You guys didn't cut out your hand turkeys when you were kids?
No, what kind
Oh
of?
no, I did.
You did?
when I was younger.
I don't
yes.
remember. I don't remember cutting out my hand turkeys.
Did the teacher do it for you, Sorg?
No, I don't think so. I think they just didn't trust us with sharp objects. Leave me
You
alone.
didn't
I
have
went.
safety. You didn't have
Fair.
safety scissors.
Hold on. Did everybody here went to public school, right?
I did not.
Yeah.
Oh, that
Oh.
makes sense. They teach you scissors in your school. Mine, they don't want the liability.
They don't have safety scissors.
I don't think they had safety
They have
scissors.
safety scissors.
Listen, back in my day, I don't think there were safety scissors. I think they were just like,
Yes, there were.
don't fuck
Sorg.
this up, scissors. So,
Sorg, you gave your turkey a championship.
yeah, I gave it
All right.
a very happy champion turkey, a little WMS belt.
All
there.
right.
You like that?
Okay.
This is gonna be the cover art for
Good.
today. Send me pictures of your
Good.
guys.
You didn't do it. Your turkey didn't have a gobbler though.
A gobbler? I mean, you just kind of gotta hold on. I'm gonna get
Like-
a little gobbler. Go. I don't remember giving my little gobbler. Let me just. Go.
Oh, tell me you're the gobbledygooker.
I'm out of this
Smash the-
competition.
Pass the
There you
fucking
go.
potatoes.
There you go. Did you cut
Put
out
that
yours?
cigarette
But he's
out.
got feet and stuff. Like, how did you put the
You
feet
got
in?
feet.
Was there
and
like?
stuff.
Wait. I remember making these. Didn't we make these out of like multiple papers or something like that? Like you glued it on. I remember this involving glue.
Well,
for
you
some
still had to
reason.
make you still had to make the turkey, Sorg.
Yeah, I made the turkey, and you
Then
cut
you
it
cut
out.
it out,
Yeah.
and
Yeah,
then
then you put the
The turkey was the
feathers
hand,
on there,
and then you put the little feet on afterwards.
okay, all
And you
right.
use actual feathers and shit.
and you have to use like glue and yeah.
I think we learned a lot about ourselves and each other
Sparklers
with this project here. So I'm glad we did it.
Just
guys.
gonna post
Good
that
job.
there.
Good job. Good job.
By the way, hold on. Here's my impression of the Miz after Survivor Series.
Mm.
He's going to have Gunther's handprint on his chest. I just lost my turkey.
Guys, you know what's no turkey? An IndyWrestling.network. Go over there. 3
I thought
new
that was gonna
I
shows.
be pizza.
really thought that.
thought
I
it was
really
gonna
thought
be
that was the
pizza.
name for the slice.
Yeah.
I thought that was for a
No,
slice.
no, because they don't have turkey on the
I
pizzas.
really
I'm
thought
aware
that
of.
was for slice.
I'm just gonna back that up there. Over there, 3 big shows came out over last week. You saw them there first, live and first. Our friends at Prospect Pro Wrestling from the side too. Renegade Pro Wrestling's open season and VCW's Victory Rumble. You saw an evil mime that locked a man in a cage, and we
Twice.
took half of intermission to break him out. You saw our buddy Eamon rolling over VCW, and he called the cops on David Lawless and caught him red-handed. You'll find out why. There was a legitimate police officer, I know, because that officer gave me the Wi-Fi password to that venue. You got at RWA, you had Jessie Belle Smothers return with the women's championship. You had what else happened there? You had a lumberjack match, which was one of the craziest things I've ever seen.
You had a roulette, like it's not. You had a concept that
you had a roulette with no wheel, but a lot of envelopes.
Yeah. So let's make a deal, but I'm not going to get into that. This is semantics. You had a luck of the draw. No matter, every match was randomized.
And parade around the wrestler you didn't pick before the one that kicks your ass. It was fantastic.
It was good.
What was that guy? What was that dude's name? I love that skinny fucking kid that came out.
I didn't make a thing.
Hold on. I did no. Don't worry about it because it's in here somewhere. I definitely shared it because he's over with me. And then the 2PW show also crazy. They announced Pasta Deathmatch 3 is happening between Chest Flexor and Xander at next month's event. By the way, next month's 2PW is going to be a free stream. It's for charity. For a kid that's dealing with leukemia, I believe. So look out for that. That's going to be in a couple of Fridays here. I think it's on the 8th that's happening, and Matt Cross is going to be there for that. It's going to be a lot of fun going on there. Again, if you have IndyWrestling.network, you can check all these out and that past catalog, and of course free tomorrow night. The Very Legal Wrestling Show before Thanksgiving 2 is going to be happening. Casket match with MV Young and Dior Castro. This is free stream everywhere, including just announced we are going to wrestling is returning to Grind City TV. So if you have the Grind City TV app on your Roku, you can watch. The plan is to start bringing 880 Wrestling free to that as well. Maybe some of the pay-per-views. So we're in talks about what that's going to look like here. So definitely a lot of ways to watch. YouTube, Twitch on Wednesday night. No Thursday show here for 880 because it is a holiday, but we'll be returning, of course, next Thursday with those shows. So a lot of fun over there. And also another one that's no jive turkey, that's for Tina, is Slice on Broadway. I don't think they do have turkey in their ingredients, but they got some great stuff. The chicken pizza is very good. New York City style yins are made. So many locations.
You know what the best thing to do?
Huh?
You know what the best thing to do while turkey dinner is being made on Wednesday? Order a pizza from Slice on Broadway.
There you go.
Yeah,
there you go. That's what you do. That's what you do. So thank you, everybody that does support the show, including our friends Slice on Broadway, sliceonbroadway.com. Guys, I don't want to know what you learned in wrestling this week. Hold on to that for next week. But, sorry, I thought you were playing with your turkey over there. I'm going to put my turkey down. But tell me.
I was.
What are you thankful for in pro wrestling this week? Chat room, please hit me up. Crew, get ready to answer. Who would like to go first? What are you thankful for in wrestling? For me, variety. My God, variety. And half of it was on an AEW show. It is an embarrassment of riches in professional wrestling right now, and I'm having trouble getting to the indies. At this rate, right? New Japan I'm actually not watching a lot of just because of time. Catching on AEW. I watched 5 hours of AEW trying to catch up on Friday night before the pay-per-view because I was traveling all week, so that was on me. I'm getting back to Ring of Honor, and I'm on 2 episodes ago. I got halfway through that today, and my God, am I glad I went back because there's so much fun stuff on there right now. So between all of that, between what's happening, Wrestle Universe just had DDT Pro had Takeshita and Chris Jericho. I want to go back and watch. I'm hearing great things from our friends at Defy. By the way, I'll throw a shout out. Our friends at Enjoy Wrestling just premiered episode 1 of Killing in the Name of. That's a fantastic card. When I really want to see, can't wait to see the MV Young Jacob Fatu match out of that. is one big highlight from that. So go check all that stuff. I think Dark Sheik is on that show. So a lot of fun stuff. So go check all of that out. And it's if you want the deathmatch stuff, and even like the stuff on AEW as a sample prize, you're like, if I want more of this, good news. There's a lot of that out there. You can go find it. And Riz, I think you're seeing too. There's a lot of variety, even just the local stuff that we're watching. Between the promotions, between the styles, and everything like that too.
Yeah, like you during your promo just now, I was trying to mention that BCW is gonna have the fucking Necro Butcher.
Yeah. The man who ran from wheels in a wheelchair.
And also a guy who set himself on fire for wrestling.
Yes. I hope he doesn't do that during this, because that building seems
also
flammable.
Should have been Academy Award nominee Necro Butcher.
That's right. That's right. In the Academy, the nominated, they keep putting him over as a deathmatch guy, but I think they really should put him over as seen in an award-winning movie, The Wrestler, the Necro Butcher. Okay, that's what we should be talking about here.
That should be his heel turn.
That should be well, you've seen his other heel turn, so.
No, Hollywood Necro Butcher, please.
Did I tell you about
Sork, he doesn't.
And then team up Hollywood Necro Butcher with Timeless Tony Storm, and that is my mixed match challenge.
By the way, as a juggalo, I've seen Necro Butcher in many, many ways. Remind me on Patreon to tell you my Necro Butcher in Dayton story that also involves Sami Callihan, because I know I probably told it before, but I think it's very apt for this. So yeah, Necro Butcher story on Patreon there. It's a little quick interaction confusion thing that happened a few years ago. So anyways, so that's mine. It's variety. It's just like, it's so good between like what we're seeing on television. God, there's so much happening. There's a lot of opportunities for people that work in the business. And that's everything from wrestlers to even like what I'm doing on the low level production, right? Like it's really cool what's going on here. And I'm able to, hopefully drag a few of you guys along here into local production in the near future. So that's what's going on with that. Riz?
I'm actually, I
think I took everybody's. The chat room's pissed too that I went first.
Yeah, you really like. I was gonna say I was thankful for 27 different women being featured on Raw last night in meaningful segments. But you know what, Sword? Just to kind of stick it to you, I'm glad for one more reason not to watch Ring of Honor. And that would be.
I'm really curious how I'm going to enjoy Ring of Honor after this week when that match comes out with Ronda Rousey. I'm like, all right, well, at least she's not on Dynamite every week, I guess.
Hold on. I'm building up.
Yeah?
I'm building up. Up.
Wow, Zoom killed all that. Zoom
that
killed the whole
nothing.
thing. Oh, no.
Yeah.
Good. She doesn't deserve it.
Mm-hmm.
She doesn't deserve it. I love how Tony Khan. This shows you what Tony Khan thinks of women's wrestling. Okay. He has a blockbuster announcement, blockbuster signing this week. Touts it all over social media. It's Will Ospreay, the guy that's already been on AEW TV a whole bunch.
Yeah.
Ronda Rousey, no promotion. Her debut is spoiled on a TV taping that hasn't even aired yet.
Mm-hmm. It'll air Thursday, apparently.
That is the whole difference.
Happy Thanksgiving. You get to watch Ronda Rousey in a Ring of Honor ring.
Nope.
No?
No, I don't.
Nope.
I'm not going to.
No, Sword, you have to pay for that. I'm not paying for that.
I do pay for that. And
yeah, you do. I refuse.
I feel
I don't care if they let me book the rest of the card. And besides, Samoa Joe already told me that the belts on Ring of Honor are worthless. So shrug.
All right. Riz?
So since you took mine,
that's what Samoa Joe said.
Mm-hmm.
That's what Samoa Joe said.
So the thing I'm thankful for is I'm thankful that Michael Cole gets to actually be unhinged.
Oh my God, he is losing.
Like during the women's scrum, the very essence of old 1998 Jim Ross came out of him, and he just started going off on on telling everybody to let them fight as loud as he could, and then bringing back his love for the Miz. It's even that was
Forgot it was the face version of him loving the Miz, which is even better.
Yeah.
Like it came full
I
circle.
forgot about that, but
So he's, there's a point
I
where
will say I'm thankful for the Raw announcing. Wade Barrett is a fucking godsend
absolutely
for that show.
Road Dogg was fun on SmackDown as well. So there's a
you mean Wade Barry and Michael?
Yes.
Or Matthew?
Yes, Matthew.
Yes. There was a point where Road Dogg, he like something wild was happening in the ring, and you hear him. I know this laugh because I've watched wrestling with wrestlers a lot backstage, and the like, oh my God, did you see that? So that's when I know the wrestler's seen something that looks wild to them as a wrestler. That means it's really fucked up. Okay, and you heard that that it if you hear it, if you watch with a lot of wrestlers, and it was fun to hear that at the commentary table. So, speaking of Michael Cole, also, as I wanted to add this, I caught a thing where they said something best in sports entertainment, pro wrestling, whatever you want to call it. I'm like, holy shit, yes, please. you got a nod from Riz there. Did you catch that? Was that great?
Mm-hmm. He doesn't give a shit anymore.
And it doesn't and it was a week after Vince left. He's like, nobody's in my ear telling me what I want to do. I want to say what I want. Like a week after he left.
Drunk Michael Cole is the best Michael Cole.
Wasn't Wade making reference that you haven't even had a drink tonight? Jeez, fuck, so good. The best thing is when the commentators are having fun. God, yes.
Yeah, and I don't know how many
can still tell a story.
Yes, absolutely. There was a
I don't want to see the part where they get to their own podcast together.
No.
That's when it's not fun.
Sure, but there was a point where Taz was making some point, and he was running into the commercial break last week. It was one of the AEW Plus things I was watching, and he gets it out, hits the finish line of whatever the bit line point he was making. They do the throw to the commercial, and when they come back from that, he's like, well, you really ran for that finish line. I love when they comment on the run up to the commercial break in the picture-in-picture that we get to hear on Plus. So anyways,
I know,
go ahead.
I know from locally experience, the comment, how many times have you or myself or Missy, who's one of the who's producing for 880 at times, just start laughing over the microphones because we're hearing just bullshit.
Also, we've had some people that seemed like they were kind of losing their minds in the middle of the match, because we got kind of a rotating cast there of people kind of trying out commentary, and some people were having it. The point where the commentators started chopping each other a few weeks ago was fun for the moment, but probably not great for the production.
I mean, that was Joe Murphy.
That was Joe Murphy, so whatever. But he's just like dollar store Chris Jericho at this point.
No, he really is.
He's really going for it. He's just just like Chris Jericho. He's doing all the moves. He
actually has the tights that the Jericho tights, and instead of Jericho, it just says Murphy.
Yeah, it does. Absolutely
above him. And
absolutely, he's going a direction with this, and it's a direction. Love you, Joe Murphy. What the fuck? So, see you tomorrow. Caffeinated copy of Just Jericho. He's not as caffeinated as he used to be, actually. He's like doing secret handshakes with the ring announcer. Michael Cole survived an active combat zone and then worked for Vince. Which was more traumatic? Yes, says partner. Unhinged Michael Cole,
right.
Pat McAfee. Wishful thinking. It'd be positive. That's something when we're talking about Ronda. From the chat room, Tina says, just thankful for having a thriving scene again and awesome representation in the content creators journalist community. I'm curious what you're talking about there. It can't be this show.
Us?
No way she's talking about us. No
Why, thank
way.
you. You know
no
what?
way.
Give us our
Riz
flowers.
is like, give me
We've
my
been doing
flowers.
this for how long have we been doing this?
Riz is a minute.
Because I
We've
can't
been doing it
understand
for a
because the
minute.
light's in my way.
We've been doing it for a minute.
887 times. And you're telling us we can't be the people that they go to. You can't tell us we have.
I don't
can't
know.
tell us that.
I'm sure
So,
we're not.
Tina, thank
If
you.
we are, if we are
Thank you
your
for
wrestling
mentioning.
news source, hit me up at goodtimesatwrestlingmayhemshow.com. What value do we bring you? I'm curious. I don't know.
Entertainment.
Entertainment. Or are we just one of those shows that entertains ourselves?
Well,
and
yeah,
helps?
like it's like Gunther talked about last night. There are people who are there for in-ring spectacles,
Mm-hmm.
and then there are people who are entertainers, people who
Yeah, and that's great that they're both there.
Get the crowds going.
Yep.
And I think we're just a bunch of misses, and I'm okay with that.
We're a bunch of fucking weirdos.
Bunch of fucking weirdos.
Bunch of fucking weirdos.
You know what, Sorg? I'm thankful for being a fucking weirdo. That's what I'm thankful for in wrestling. Because you know what? It's weird. Like I say, I don't really like the deathmatch stuff. First thing I saw was a dude getting his arm bitten by a viper.
Yeah, exactly.
So, I mean, you know.
Like, well, it's all downhill from here. Podner came up with after I stole his deal. He's glad that everybody's getting paid, and there are lots of places that they can work. Yeah, there's a lot of opportunity there. You know, they got let go from this company. Great, there's 5 more. You know, like there's a lot of opportunity, and if you're smart,
and even if you don't want to get signed, look at Cardona. Matt Cardona is the best. Like he is this year's Effie.
Oh wow,
he is getting booked everywhere. He is doing things everywhere. He's making money everywhere. He's making this a business everywhere. He is he's what wrestling, I feel like what wrestling would have been like if territories were still a thing. You have those entries of people crossing over borders, crossing over lines to wrestle. But yeah, they're fine. Everybody's fine. Wrestling is fine.
Thank you for letting me know that Insane Clown Bussy is going to be at WrestleCade weekend this weekend.
Yep.
Oh boy, is that on the Fight Plus? Damn it! It is. I think. Anyways. God. Okay. Guys, thank you so much. This has been a happening. The Riz plays games.
RJ City.
Riz plays games on the Twitters and social medias, of course.
I did get WrestleQuest.
Yes.
Excellent.
I'm still playing Baldur's Gate 3.
I gotta tell you, it is so much better on a PC. Thank you, Mega Cat, for that. It is way better on a PC than it is on the phone because the phone stopped letting me log in on Netflix, so I don't think it's available anymore. So go pick it up. Support our friends at Mega Cat Games. It's a fantastic game. It's a lot of game. And yeah, it plays a lot better on a PC than a phone. He was not kidding about that. So
I need to get back into it because I had a child and I had Super Mario Wonder and Spider-Man 2 all at the same time.
Oh, yeah, that's a lot. Yeah, I saw Spider-Man PCs on sale. I was considering, but yeah.
Get it.
Side note, I will talk video games with you because after last week and because I saw it on Game Pass for day 1 drop, the Like a Dragon game that they did the match for in AEW, I've been playing the game. I'm about 3 hours into the game now. So
Oh boy.
I kind of had
Have you reached the point where you slam Big Show on a car?
No, not yet. I think that's chapter 5. Anyways, so
Also, one of the other Yakuza games, I don't think it's like a Dragon, actually just has a bunch of New Japan stuff.
Oh, really?
Like characters.
Oh, really?
Like I think Yano's in it.
Oh no! Oh, that's that RPG one, right? That like really wild looking one. Oh shit!
Yeah.
I was gonna start over to the beginning of Yakuza after this game because it's only like 10 hours. But I may have to do that after this, and I still have to finish Gotham Knight and play more Mortal Kombat. I keep breaking Mortal Kombat. It's got some glitches. So, anyways, I knocked somebody's head off and then it just floated there. I'm like, oh, I don't think that's supposed to happen. Guys, we're going to continue this conversation on Patreon. Please support us there. We're going to talk about, what did I say? I'm going to tell the Necro Butcher story. And I'm going to talk a little bit about
Marvels.
Like a Dragon, Marvels.
Scott Pilgrim.
Scott Pilgrim. I watched old Scott Pilgrim. That is some good stuff there. So won't you join us on the Patreon? That'll be up later this evening / morning. Thank you, everybody. You have been, no, not an awesome audience, but you are awesome. We'll see you guys
Have an
next
awesome
time.
weekend.
Mayhem out.
Just wait, just wait, just wait, just wait. Wait for the perfect time, then attack. Don't give up what you want, take it back. Wait for the perfect time, then attack.
This show is a member of the Sorgatron Media Podcast Network. Find out more at sorgatronmedia.com.